Picked up wine. Okay, if for instance with this person, I don't know what kind of gender this is. I think it's a woman, but you never know. Or maybe it's a guy. Is this going to be everything? Yeah, that's it. Do you have fly miles? Yeah, here. Okay, got it. For the one, I'll need to see some ID first. Oh, you look so different from your picture. Your longer hair was so beautiful. Oh, thanks. Oh, so let's get it right. So she probably was until recently basically living as a woman, and she now just said, I don't want to be like everything else in the society because reasons. And now I'm going to have shorter hair, and that's basically going to take away my gender. Although on her ID it probably still says that she's a woman. I mean, I'm not saying you're not pretty now. You still look feminine and very pretty. Oh boy, this is like the ultimate insult to somebody who hates the concept of gender. Thanks for the wine. Have a nice day, said the angry human. She doesn't want to be a girl, so she's going to be Zizes or whatever the pronouns of these people are. Is that texting me again? You have received a new message from Alice. Hey, remember when we said we should meet up? Well, I'm at a Java Cup Cafe now. Feel free to join me, Java. Okay, that's, I think, just at the beginning when you go to that gym, or not gym. Here, downtown. Yep, Java Cup. Is that her by the bar? Hi, Alice. Oh, hi, you must be Jamie. I'm so excited to meet you. Hi, how are you doing today? Oh, you know, can't complain. Got my nails done earlier. A little bit of a treat to myself, so I'm feeling pretty good. You? So, what's going to be the problem here? Is she going to be too feminine for her? Whatever. Honestly, it has been a great day for me. I've been running around trying to get my errands done, but it's been the biggest pain to just go about my day. Jesus freaking Christ. Microaggressions, they're going to kill you. You better don't go to a country in the Middle East because you would probably be killed there. As a non-binary person, I'm used to little things every so often, but these were little things. And again, this kind of music. I'm sorry, I don't feel sad for her because this is stupid. People assuming that you're a woman because you look like a woman, you dress like a woman. Does it not exactly in a very feminine way, but you still. I've seen way more butch women than you, almost every day actually. So, and what was the things people saying that you looked more, that you still look feminine with shorter hair, and that there was a 25% off at the women's clothes. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's hard living in a world where most people only see two genders. That's because there are only two genders. And yes, I'm counting also trans people here, because trans means transition. So you're transitioning from one gender to the other. I don't get people that call themselves trans and they are basically nothing. Trans nothing. I once saw one of those women on Tumblr because she had an angry, I don't know what you could call that. She was just angry at me because I mislabeled her. I don't know for what kind of argument we already had, but she was angry. And then I looked up her Tumblr, and then she was trans nothing. Woman, she didn't identify as a man, she didn't identify as a woman, she was just having blue hair and blue lipstick and basically looked like a really crappy Halloween dress up witch. Sorry, but I cannot take people like that seriously because they look like they are dressing up for Halloween and don't even put a lot of effort into that. Not that all of the trans community is like that, not at all. I just think that people like that are making the whole community look like a joke. So let's see what here is the problem. Oh wait, what I do? Yeah, I don't consider trans as a separate gender because, as I already said, you're transitioning from one gender to the other. You cannot change your DNA, but you can change your appearance completely. You undergo surgeries, you can basically, unless you have a very prominent either masculine or feminine features on your body, on your face especially, you can basically fool everybody. That's one of those things that I will never understand with those people that call themselves trans, but they basically don't identify as any kind of gender. I'm sorry, you're not trans, nothing, because transitioning means that you go from one thing to the other. You just don't stop in the middle of it. Okay. But luckily you're with someone now that understands. So what, is she a lesbian? So leave all the bullshit behind and let's just spend some time getting to know each other. Oh, she feels great once again. So how long have you been on Flinter? Have you met as many weirdos as I have? It's been a few months now. Ever since my last relationship ended, I was looking for something a bit more relaxed. I haven't had much luck, but to be honest, I've been on a few dates, but most of them were men who were looking for a hookup. Wait, you date men? The music stopped. So let me guess, she's a lesbian and she doesn't approve of women that want to be in a relationship with her and also want to date men. Oh, crap. Sweetheart, I think you're going to miss your microaggressions now. Yeah, I thought it said so in my profile. I'm bisexual. Okay, I will never understand with people who call themselves bisexuals actually have sexual relationships with both genders and don't identify as any kind of gender. I mean, my brain starts to hurt. You're living as a woman, but you don't identify as a woman, as even female, because reasons. Because it's basically a phase. I cannot see people like this living like this until their 40s. They probably are going to, in their late 20s, at least change the way they think and just go to the gender they were born and that's it. The only people that I can see sticking around with this nonsense is people that basically make a career out of this and write articles, I don't know, at sites like, I don't know, Feminist Daily. So what is this to you then? Just a little fun? Do you normally date men? Yeah, she doesn't approve of this at all. Which is complete bullshit if you think, what, is she going to think that she's going to cheat with her own man and with man or something? Whatever. It's a little bit of both, but I don't see how this makes any difference to you. Oh, she's getting gray again. Well, I mean, I feel like if we were to become serious, you just leave me for a man. Okay. First of all, if that was actually the case, she wouldn't even tell you that she's bisexual. Second, if you have trust issues with people like this, it's probably really for the best that the relationship doesn't even start. And one other thing that I have to tell before, I also don't get the trans people that are so annoyed because they don't tell their partner that they are trans. They actually fool that transsexuals, and yeah, they fool their partner in believing that they were born the gender they are now, and people get really upset if they find out that the person was telling them a lie. Sorry, you have to tell that to the people. If they are going to truly love you, they are going to stay with you. If not, then be glad that you're gone because you're not going to find any happiness in such a relationship. I don't know if I could ever be completely comfortable with you. Oh, please. Now I'm actually starting to get annoyed by that blonde girl here. Like, seriously. There are bisexual people out there. What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, they will run at a bigger risk to get an STD if they have regular sex with all kinds of people, but as long as they use protection, I don't really see what's the downside to this. Oh, she's as grey as a wall now. Well, honestly then, I don't really want to waste your time, so I guess we'll just call it a day. Sorry that I can't be what you want me to be. Okay, this is awful, I just want to go home. Okay, will the phone now call? No? Okay. Leave downtown, yes. Where do I have to go now? L. Go home for supper. Okay, where the hell does she even live? Jamie's home, okay. And yes, she of course has a name Jamie, which would be beautiful. Okay, hey Jamie, glad you could make it here. Did you get everything done today that you wanted to get done? Hey Dad. Yeah, I got everything. I picked up wine too. I'm pretty drained though. You know, gender stuff. Oh no. I'm sorry for whatever happened. Everyone always comments on my appearance or makes assumptions about my gender. Gee, I wonder why. Because they think I look like a girl. You look like a girl, you dumb. I don't get people like this. They just want to identify with any gender, and yet they look like one gender. The sooner you grow out of this phase, the better. It's just frustrating. It's even more frustrating from the people around you. Don't worry, it goes both ways. I can only imagine, honey. There will always be people like that, unfortunately. All you can do is work on bettering yourself and hope that others are doing the same. Plus, you've helped teach me about this stuff and I understand it now. I do. Okay, she's so lucky. She lives with a parent. Does she have a mother? I don't know. She lives with a parent that understands her and even deals with her bullshit. Most people that go through this, and I'm also speaking about gay people, bisexuals, transsexuals, they don't aren't that lucky. Most of their families don't approve them, or just some of them, their relatives approve of this. And yet she is complaining here about microaggressions because, oh no, people consider her a girl. Ugh. Thanks, Dad. But sometimes I'm just tired of having to teach others. Go to a doctor, go to someone who knows basic biology or teaches biology and tell them about your condition. If they don't think that you're insane, then good job at convincing them that it's otherwise. I'm sorry, but this non-binary crap is stupid, in all honesty. Hopefully one day. Anyway, I've cooked us some fresh haddock. Haddock. Okay, whatever, I'm just going to... Oh, You see, this is the thing that I never understand with these games. A parent saying, okay, everything's fine, you are happy now. And one of a sudden, everything just goes back to good. Okay. Oh, who's her sister? Okay, that's just... Okay. Oh, she definitely identifies as a woman then? Okay, hey fam, what's up? Oh, you know shit today, but what else is new? Okay, so I had to pause the whole thing, but I will now return back to the game. And yes, the dishwasher is now running, so I hope it doesn't bother you. I don't know if the camera actually records this or not. Yes, I'm using my camera as my microphone. It's got a way better microphone than the microphone that I bought. So let's see. Activate. Okay. Oh no, what happened? Who bothered you? I'll beat them up. Oh, she's a feisty little one. You couldn't beat anyone up. Oh, all talking and no action then. Fine. Well, I'll get all my friends to beat them up. What happened? Nothing big, just the consistent struggle of being a non-binary in a world that breaks us into groups. Yeah. How dare Mother Nature give us different genitalia? Oh dear God. No matter how accepting everyone claims to be, it still feels like I'm being pushed into a corner where I can't bother anyone else. Yeah. I just don't understand this kind of mindset. And this is coming from someone who has anxiety, and I'm not really a happy person most of the time. I'm quite grumpy most of the time, but and a loner also. But whatever. If I'm ever going to be as a person because these people, then I don't know. Somebody slap me then. Oh, that's the worst. Girls, stop dwelling. Tomorrow will be better. Uh-oh, he used girls. No. They are annoyed. Dad. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm really trying, dear. I love you. It's fine, you're trying, Dad. Yes, continue. Oh, Dad. Whatever. Too bad about your bad day, Jamie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, seriously, what does a person have to call someone like this? It's so stupid to use they for one specific person if you're actually talking to that person. It's, I mean, they can be used to hide the gender of the person you are talking about, but still, it's really unpractical and just sounds weird. But hey, you've got us. Okay. Thanks, Jess and Dad. I'm lucky to have you too. No problem, gender free family member. This is so stupid. She wants to consider her gender free, and yet she uses for her father the dad instead of parent to hide his gender also because just because. Thanks so much for dinner, Dad. And thanks for everything. I feel so much better. I think it'll be alright. I'm going to head out to my friend's party now, but I'll be back sometime later tonight. Okay. Love you, sweetie. Bye bye. Okay. So yeah, that was my day. Even though you had it rough, I'm glad your day ended well. This is what you call rough? Seriously? Having the struggle of going to a gender separated bathroom when you. Okay. Sorry, but I don't know what kind of lives these people live, but if that were the biggest words that I can think of, then seriously. Can we change our lives? Even though you, okay, yeah, you're lucky you didn't have to deal with all that gender and sexuality crap. You see, it is gray. People can be shit even though I know they don't mean to be. It's not really their fault. Oh, you actually realize that it's your fault then. I mean, Jesus Christ. And people like this go through a phase basically. There's no way that somebody is going to, as I said, live up to their 40s and still be, I don't identify as a gender. I'm a non gender. Capish? They're almost like the ultimate form of the emo kids and the sing kids. Well, actually, I kind of do have to deal with stuff like that. You see, he is completely gray. Wanna bet that he's transgender or something else, or probably not a cross dresser because he looks too masculine for that, but and also has facial hair. But okay, I just think that's it because he is gray. The same way that the girl got gray every time somebody assumed that she was a girl. And no, I'm not going to call her anything else. I'm just going to call her a girl because she is a girl. And if somebody doesn't like that, well, then dislike my video. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't going to go there, but I think I'd like to finish telling you about my day. Oh, really? I guess I shouldn't assume. Please tell me. You really shouldn't assume. You are also causing a microaggression because you think that other people cannot go through. Ah, let's get this over with. I'm getting tired of this stupid, non-offensive aggressions that these people are throwing around. I mean, the first time I heard the term microaggression, I seriously thought that it was a joke. Everything was going swell until, yeah, didn't reach the end. Hey Khan, glad you could make it. Why aren't you wearing the outfit I set aside for you? Mom, I told you I don't feel comfortable wearing stuff like that. Come on in. We are waiting for you to eat. Hello, Marilyn. How's my girl? Told you. Told you. I mean, these games are so predictable and they don't even put an effort into basically having any sort of climax or anything else. It's so stupid. I mean, if you just pay a little bit attention to some of the details, you can easily think of the whole plot because it's just a message and a game that was basically built just to push that message. Nothing else. And yes, the clock is getting really annoying, so let's get this over with. Ugh. I'm fine. Why aren't you wearing the dress we asked you to pick up from the new clothing store? You used to be so pretty. Well, that's probably because he is now a he. I don't really get where this is going for because more than obviously they can see that their child has completely abandoned their previous natural gender and is living a new identity, so whatever. Oh, that's right. You look so cute in pink. Oh, thanks, I think. So now, so how have you been, my dear? Okay, I guess. Is school going alright? How are your grades? Pretty good, I'm passing everything. Make sure you do your best in school. You're gonna need a good job to pay back the debt you've accumulated from therapy, hormones, and surgeries you've been getting. Okay. Now here the whole story basic plot falls apart because if they didn't support him to become a different gender, then why the hell would they pay money for that? I mean, it doesn't make any kind of sense if you think about it. Two parents that do not support their child going through a sex change, um, they are not going to pay for that. There's absolutely no way that they're going to pay for that. The only way such a person is actually going to be able to afford that is if they get the money by themselves to use it for this. This makes absolutely no sense the way it is presented here, seriously. And that he's not going to have to pay them back. I mean, like Morton obviously didn't approve of him being a he. They still think it's a girl, even though I mean, come on, look at him. He's definitely doing a way better job at being an actual trans person. And unlike that non-binary whatever that's supposed to be. Yeah, they're pricey. It's really too bad spending money to mutilate and modify the body God gave you. Oh, so they are also thinking that she's religious, so. Now it even makes less sense for somebody, for two parents like that to pay their child to, I mean, to give the money to their child to go through all the surgeries to change their gender. I mean, come on. Mom, those surgeries, the therapy and hormones, they saved my life. You just don't get it. Okay, I can completely understand that there are parents that aren't going to go through this and are actually going to reject their child if they will actually if they will go through a gender change, but I mean sex change, but it doesn't work with this story. It doesn't work. Such parents are absolutely not going to pay their, I mean, give their money to their child for something like this. It doesn't work like that. Unless they are really stupid. No, clearly we don't. See, it's a scenario that's not possible simply. Can you pass the rolls? Of course, Marilyn. And once they actually see that there's absolutely no way of going back, I mean, look at him. He doesn't look like a woman anymore at all. So calling such a person Marilyn and still saying that he should wear pink dresses and stuff like that, I mean, come on. The people who made this obviously didn't think this very truly. I mean, think this well true because it doesn't make any kind of sense. Mom, that is not my name anymore. Just make me, you don't have to understand, just respect me. I'm sorry, we just don't get it. Honey, we just don't see the point of pretending. Pretending. He is not cross dressing. It's not like there's actually a woman hidden behind that because, I mean, those drag queens and drag kings are, I think that's how you call it if a woman is dressing up as a man. That's not the same as the people who actually go through surgery and modify their body to be a different gender. He modified his body. There's no turning back, so I don't see why these people are calling this pretending because it's not pretending. Because this is really taking pretending to a one really bizarre level. If they consider this pretending, this is actually a real issue for these people. You see, this is why I hate these games. They don't, the people who make this don't think this very true, the whole thing, and it just falls apart. Oh no, he's completely grey. At least he has a more understandable reason. The reason, how the reason got there, yeah, that's a different story. Okay, well, this is really uncomfortable for me. I'm going to eat supper at my place. Fine, sit yourself. Quite rude of you too, considering we made all of this food to share with you. I need to go. So yeah, that was my family dinner. Oh my, I'm sorry to hear about your family. Are you now finally going to understand? I mean, I can understand with this an actual trans man here, that what's his struggle, but with her, it's like, she's like basically on the same level as those scene kids from a few years ago, victims of their victims of themselves. Let's just say it like that. Getting misgender can be really unsettling and painful, especially when it's from people we care about. Well, more than ours, you don't have to worry about that, do you? And considering you didn't even identify as a gender, then and you should really toughen your skin and be like whatever people call me. It's just, as they say, microaggressions. Unless you have problems, you shouldn't be offended by such stupid things. My dad still calls me a girl sometimes. Oh no, the horror. Better call the police. But he's really trying to get it right. Yeah, I really wish my parents would at least try. I've been out as trans to them for years now, and they still haven't changed a bit, one bit. Yeah, this is the thing that basically falls apart in this story. It doesn't go together. They don't support him as a trans person. They still think that he's a girl, even though he actually went through surgeries. They don't realize that there's still way back, and they paid for all of this. Come on. Hey, as people outside the gender or sexuality norm, we get to choose our family. There's lots of people out there like us, lots of people who are great allies. Yes, let's go to our echo chamber. But they can be hard to find, especially in this small town. Yeah. Well, I guess I've met you now. Totally. I came to this party not expecting to meet anyone interesting, yet I found someone who sort of gets me. I definitely get you. Which pronouns do you. Okay. I will never understand this guy. The pronouns. And I think that actually some pronouns are z, z, zer, or something like that. They, there. It can take some time getting used to, but it feels so good to hear. I bet. They, there it is. I'm really glad I met you tonight, Jamie. Me too. We should talk more. Okay, are they going to now become a couple? Hey, hey, yeah, let's get coffee. I love coffee. Not as much as I love protein shakes. Oh, geez, we definitely need to have a conversation about this city gym. I can't believe we were both there today and missed each other. Agreed. Have you seen the snake pit? This CrossFit stuff is getting out of hand. Haha, yeah. Wanna get out there? Just go chat somewhere else. I was really, really hoping you'd ask. Yeah, okay, and this is apparently the game then. Well, what can I say? I'm not. I didn't like it very much. I think it was poorly thought through. As I already said, it was just a message and a game that was just made to push that message instead of having an actual story that has a message in it. And yes, I don't understand those non-binary, wannabe, non-gender, or those Tumblr genders. I don't get it. I think that those people are basically doing this because they are confused and simply see this as a way, as I said, basically to lock themselves up in their echo chamber. And that's basically the whole thing that I can see with this. Yeah. Okay. Also, I don't get how this non-binary crab belongs to the LGBT community. I don't. Especially if it's a case like that. She's basically bisexual and doesn't identify as anything except being a non-binary person because whatever. So yes, I definitely don't recommend people to play Fate or any kind of game like that because it's kind of laughably bad, may I say? Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here. And yeah, that's then it. Bye.